Riff Raff dropped another one.
Woo woo! What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. Y'all already know who it is. It's your favorite girl from the 504, bringing you another episode of Black Girl Interrupted. What's going on? Happy Monday. I missed y'all. I haven't seen y'all. It's been a week. I didn't go live last week simply because I had my daughter here with me and trying to get stuff situated with her for school. But I'm here today. So that's all that matters. Your girl is here today. And y'all already know what we're doing. We are doing our weekly mental health check-in. I need to know how y'all are feeling. What's going on, my babies? I missed y'all. I love y'all. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. But I know it is some people out there that are struggling. So anyone that is new to Black Girl Interrupted podcast, y'all know I always play something motivational, something inspirational, something inspiring, something encouraging, because I want to keep you uplifted. I want to keep you empowered. So before we jump into our weekly check-in, here we go. Let's go into something a little uplifting.
Life will knock you between the eyes. It will catch you on the blind side, come out of nowhere, stuff you can't anticipate. That will knock the wind out of you. You want to give up. It's going to be very challenging. Whenever you decide that you want to grow, whenever you decide that you want to go to another level, all hell will break loose.
It's hard. It's not easy. It's hard changing your life. And here's what I want to say to you. For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself. There are rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
We all go through problems. They don't have to overwhelm you, though. Problems don't have to take you out, though. Problems don't have to make your life miserable, though. Your problem is you go back and run to your safety net. I can't do it, help. And you're going to be running to it for the rest of your life until you get to a point where you look at life and say, you will not beat me.
It's easy to complain. It's easy to point out your circumstances. It's easy to talk about what has happened to you. It's easy to talk about your situation, what you're going through. But if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there at a low level. But it calls on everything in you, ladies and gentlemen. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself. Sometimes I have to pull myself out of bed and say, come on, Les. Things I know I should do, I don't do. Things I shouldn't do, I do. I found that the biggest enemy you have to deal with is yourself.
Your problem is some of you are phenomenally skilled, but it is a phenomenal will that says every time I get knocked down, I will get back up and I will succeed. I will not surrender. You have something great in you. You can do it. Where you are is temporary. You will not be there for the rest of your life. It might last for a second. It might last for a minute. It might last for an hour. It might last for a week. It might last for a day. It might last for months. But sooner or later, if you do not surrender, if you do not give up, if you do not give in, it will subside.
You've got to say yes. Yes to my dreams. Yes to me. I can make it. Yes, I can. Doesn't matter how many failures I've made. Doesn't matter how many mistakes I've endured. Doesn't matter about my defeats. Doesn't matter about what I've done. I don't care about the fact I'm in a hole now. Doesn't matter about where I am. Yes, yes. The last chapter to my life has not been written yet. If you judge me now, you'll judge me prematurely. I haven't exposed all my stuff yet. I'm still in the process of transforming my life. I'm still in the process of becoming. Yes.
You are great. You are unique. You are special. You are talented. And you deserve to have everything you want. And stop listening to the people who tell you you don't. Kill the noise. What do they know? Who are they? And when that thing tells you to quit, you look at it in his eye and say, I ain't going nowhere. I will break you before you break me. You will not defeat me. You will not destroy me. You've been through so much hell. You gonna quit now? You don't quit now. It's the 10th round. You got 2 more to go. And when you get to success, it's not about skill. When you get to a certain level of success, it's about stamina. It's about you won't break me. You can't take me. I fought too long. I fought too hard. It's too late now. You should have broke me a long time ago. I'm unbreakable now.
On it here. All right, y'all. So again, anyone that's new, y'all welcome to a new episode of Black Girl Interrupted podcast. Again, it's your favorite girl, Ash, from the 504, bringing y'all another mental health check-in, our weekly mental health check-in. Let me say that. Excuse me. Again, for those that are new to the chat, tonight, and I do this each and every Monday, is our weekly mental health check-ins. I do this simply because just almost 2 months ago, I was taken into the hospital for attempting to unalive myself. Getting back into doing my podcast, excuse me, has been very therapeutic for me. I've been able to share, I've been able to be open and vulnerable and transparent. And I do that because I want to help somebody. I want someone to know that it's okay to not be okay. I want people to know that you don't have to sit and struggle in silence. I want you to know you don't have to sit by yourself. I do want you to know that there are resources that are available for you. If you are having difficulties trying to find mental health resources in your community, I'm going to go and post on my page. Hey, Troy, it's good to see you, baby. Don't forget, we have got to connect on the Cool Out Corner. Stop playing now. Y'all, you know we got to get together. But I do this because it's therapeutic for me. And I know I could potentially be helping somebody else that may be struggling, someone that may be not knowing where to go, someone that feels like they're in the dark and they by themselves. And I know what that feels like. So again, y'all, welcome to another episode of Black Girl Interrupted. Again, it's your favorite girl from the 504. It's your girl, Ash. Anybody that is tuned in, I want you to drop a green heart in the chat for me for mental health. If you can, share the live, tap the screen, tell your people, come on. We doing our mental health check-in today. I got to check in with y'all because I got to make sure y'all are good. I got to make sure y'all are straight. So to kind of catch y'all up on what's been going on with me. So last week or week before last, I do apologize. I did find out that my mammogram was negative, so everything was good. I did have some labs done this past week because many of you don't know that I do have fibromyalgia. So I deal with that. You know, has it taken a toll on my mental? Yeah, it has. But I would honestly say every day gets easier for me. Every day I'm in a much better space mentally. My load gets a little lighter. I'm learning what I will and won't tolerate. I am learning that it's okay to tell people no. I'm learning that it's okay to put those boundaries up because you have to protect your peace at all times. And some people don't understand that. Some people will, you give them an inch, baby, they'll take a whole football field on you. But I'm here to let you know that I know in our community, we don't talk about this. We don't stress the importance of mental health. We don't stress the importance of going to therapy. But I do want you to know that that is the leading cause. That is, I'm so sorry. I apologize. That is the third leading cause of in our community, and particularly Black men. For those that know, um, uh, we've been struggling today mentally. Um, Last week we lost Robbie Pardlow from City High, and then today we got the news that we lost Malcolm Jamal Warner. I know a lot of people are struggling because we're like, no, not Theo. Man, it can't be him. Hey, thank you. Yeah, the blue lipstick for blue. I'm feeling a little blue today, but not in a bad way. Um, so I know a lot of people, like I say, we are going through it. Um, because losing Malcolm Jamal Warner, y'all, was not on the bingo card. It absolutely was not. But I really want to get into what it's like to be in the dark, the depression, the anxiety. Someone just sent me a message and says, I really need you to speak to my heart tonight. So I got you. I'm not going to put the name, but I got you. Um, mm, as a person that does struggle with depression and anxiety, it is easy to get in that dark space. It's very easy to, excuse me, to feel alone. It's easy to say, oh, I'm all right, but really deep down you're drowning. I don't want anyone to suffer alone. I say this and I will continue to say this. Do not struggle by yourself. I would rather for you to call me and let's talk, or you whatever it is you have to do, versus me getting a phone call and someone saying that this person is gone. Because I know what that feels like. I remember, like I say, just what, a little over 30 days ago, I was sitting in the hospital, you know, um, contemplating. And this is the seventh time I've done this, that I've attempted. And yeah, it gets a little easier for me to talk about. It gets a little easier for me to share. It gets a little easier for me to be more transparent than I've ever been in my life. Someone asked me, they say, why do you tell so much? Why not? You know, me being silent is what had me in those situations 7 times. Me not being able to talk, me not having a safe space, my feelings being dismissed, me expressing how I feel. And they're like, well, why do you feel that way? You shouldn't feel that way. I don't know why you feel that way. And that was from my family. Not friends, but family. The very same people that you think are going to be there for you. Yeah. You know, having to go no contact with my mother was rough. And it's still rough. But I will say this, my mother is very dangerous to my mental. Do I love her? Absolutely. My love for my mother will never change, but I have to put those boundaries up. You know, they keep saying, oh, you got to honor your mother and thy father. Yes, but also in the Bible, it tells you how to treat and raise your children. So we have to get over that, oh, well, that's still family. Okay, but family could still be toxic. Family could very well be, you know what? I need to distance myself. It's okay to separate yourself from family, especially if they're no good for your mental. If they're not conducive for your health, baby, cut them people off. Stop trying to hold on to what looks good. Stop trying to hold on to family members. Stop trying to hold on to people, to friends and relationships that mean you no good. Stop trying to socialize yourself with people that are triggers for you. And that's one of the things that we have to learn is, when do we say enough is enough? When we're at our breaking point? No. We have to stop allowing people to push us. We have to stop allowing them to come in and rob and steal from us our joy. And we let them because we want to be loved. We want to be accepted, that we will accept the bare minimum just to say, my mother loves me, my sister loves me, my daddy loves me, my brothers, my sisters, my whatever. But we got to stop accepting that. You have to put those boundaries in place. You have to start telling people no. When you know these people are no good for you, cut them off. And I know it's easier said than done. And I know it hurts. And I know we grieve those types of, situations, but think about what it would do for your mental in the end. When I decided to go no contact with my mother, I cried. I laid in the bed for like 3 days and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried until my cousin said, why are you laying in the bed crying and your mama is not over there crying about you? So when she said that, that snapped in me and I was like, let me get up and let me get myself together. Because I'm not doing this with any ill intent. I'm doing it because I have to protect my mental. I have to stay with my head on a swivel. I have to stay leveled upright. Because if I'm not good for myself, how can I be good for other people? So this is why I do these mental health check-ins. This is why I check in with y'all, because even our strong friends are struggling too. It only takes 5, 10, 15 seconds out of your day to just tell somebody, just to text somebody and say, you know what? I'm just checking up on you. I just want to make sure you're good. Create safe spaces for us to be able to talk. Because there are people out here, like I say, that can't talk. There are people that are struggling by themselves and they can't talk to anybody, because you want to know why? Because y'all are too busy telling everybody business. Y'all want to say this and this and this and this instead of being an ear. You want to be, what do they say? A vent. Why can't we just be a vent for somebody? Why can't we just sit and listen to somebody and encourage them and empower them instead of, oh, girl, it's going to be all right. You're going to be fine, girl. It's just some people are really out here really, truly struggling. I don't want anyone to take offense to say, I don't believe in God, because I do. I know prayer works, but at the end of the day, I needed therapy too. I had to deal with this. I didn't have a group of people. Well, you know what? Let me take that back because I did. But those very same people that say they here for me, where they at now? I can count on one hand the number of people that call and check on me to make sure I'm good. One hand. I can count on one hand. But me, I'm going to clear a whole space for you. If you tell me, Ashley, I'm struggling, I need to talk, call me. And I'll be quiet. And I'll just listen to you. I'll listen to you get whatever it is off your chest. I'll listen to you. I will clear space for you. You need me to pray with you? I will pray with you. Do you need me to cry with you? I will cry with you. I will do anything to help you preserve your mental health. I'll do anything. Even if you tell me, you know what, Ash? I just need an ear. And I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to listen to you. Because in that moment, you don't need advice from me. You need to vent. You need to decompress. You need to get all of that off your shoulders, because you've been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders all day and you don't have nobody to talk to. But I don't want it to be that way. I want a lot of safe spaces. I really wish, instead of us sharing bull on these social media platforms, use it for the greater good of the people. Create these safe spaces for people to come in and have these conversations like we're doing tonight. We're talking about all things mental health, everything that's affecting your mental. That's what we're talking about. And what can we do to help you? What can I do to help you get over that hump? I can share with you the things that I've gone through and the things that I've started to do to help keep my mental in check. Do I take medication? Absolutely. I am on two different meds to keep my anxiety and my depression in check. I pray daily. I read affirmations every day. I post affirmations and I read those over myself. I share those with people. I see, it was a young lady on my timeline, y'all, who basically said she didn't want to be here anymore. And I had to tell her, no, babe, we need you here because I see you. I know y'all are struggling. I know it. But don't give up. Please, please, please don't give up. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Black Girl Interrupted. If you are new, my name is Ashley. I'm your favorite girl from the 504. I'm an up-and-coming podcaster. As you can see, the podcast at the top is called Black Girl Interrupted. And just to give you a brief background on myself and how I came to do Black Girl Interrupted was, it was at one of my lowest periods in my life. And at the time, I didn't have an outlet. At that time, I didn't have a circle of people to talk to. You know, people really don't have time for you. But I'm always showing up for everybody else. So I sat down and I said, you know what? I said, I'm about to go ahead and I'm going to create this podcast. I say, I need something to be able to vent. I need a safe space for myself. So when my father passed in 2021, I really got into it. Hey, Jose. Hey, JD. Hey, everybody that's tuning in. Y'all tap the screen, share the live. Tell them, come on, we're doing our mental health check-in today. So I really got into my podcast. And I remember my very first episode, second episode, I did it with my son. And I had to apologize because I was a horrible person. I was a horrible parent to my children. I was a horrible person all the way around. And so as I started to do these episodes, life got a little easier for me. Then my father passes away. My niece goes missing. My god sister passes. This was all within a year, 2021. I couldn't even grieve the loss of my father because my niece was found unalived. My god sister passes. This was all within maybe 5 months. I lost my father in March. Let me back up. My niece went missing in February. My father passed in March. My god sister passed in May. So this was like within months. And then we found my niece. And then a year later, I lose my godmother. So in the midst of all of this, I didn't even get a chance to grieve. I had to keep going as if, you know, and I understand life doesn't stop when a person passes away, but it took a toll on my mental. And I ended up having to have a hysterectomy. It was just so many things that happened to me within a year. And I remember calling my son at about like 1:00 in the morning. And I told my son, I said, I need you to come now. So he comes. Him and my daughter, they come. And I just tell them, I said, it's dark. It's gotten real dark for me. My son says, I need you to fight. In that moment, y'all, I just, for what? Fight for what? I'm struggling mentally. I'm drowning and don't have anybody to turn to. I'm smiling, I'm laughing, I'm joking, but I'm slowly drowning in my own depression on the inside. So I really got into my podcast. I really got into, you know what? I need to start sharing. I need to start talking. I need to start telling people what I'm going through. Because I know there's someone else out there that's struggling just like me. I know I'm not by myself. So I get into therapy. It's good for a while. Until my therapist says, I'm no longer in your network. I'm cash only. That devastated me. Because here I am, I done made a little progress, and then you come and you tell me you're leaving. That hurt me. So I said, you know what? I got this. I could do this on my own. That was attempt number 5, maybe 4, number 5. So, mm, it gets a little, let me say this. It gets a little difficult when you have to go back and revisit chapters of your life that you closed the door on. So I want to say that was like maybe attempt number 4, attempt number 5. Fast forward to 2023. Life is lifing. 2 surgeries in less than 9 months apart from each other. 10 months. My depression kicks in again. Here's attempt number 6. Yeah, 2023. Y'all bear with me. Attempt number 6 in 2024. Attempt number 7 almost 2 months ago. People say, well, why would you want to do that? I said, when you're in pain, all you want is the pain to stop. That's all you want to do. You're not thinking about who you're hurting, who you're leaving behind. You're not thinking about any of that. You just want the pain to stop. You just want it to go away. You just want it just stop hurting. And when you try to explain that to people, a lot of people don't understand what depression feels like. A lot of people don't know what anxiety feels like. And the only way that I could explain it the way it has made me feel, it's like you're up and down at the same time. It started to affect my sleep. I'm up at 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Go to sleep. Wake up 2, 3 hours later, log into work. This was my schedule every day, every day. And when your anxiety kicks in, your depression gets even worse. It does. Here I am, fighting to keep my mental in check, but I'm drowning. And again, I don't have anybody to tell. I can't tell nobody because people love to talk. They love the, oh, girl, let me tell you, girl, did you see Ashley? Da 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 da. Now I'm no longer embarrassed. Now I'm no longer ashamed to tell y'all the things that I go through mentally. I'm not embarrassed anymore. I'm not ashamed because I know for a fact there's people out here. I know there's people that are watching that are like, dang, man, she's talking to me. She knows what I'm going through. Yeah, I do. I feel it. I understand it. I've walked it. But what I do want you to know is you're not by yourself. And it's okay to not be okay. So don't let people tell you how you should or shouldn't feel about certain things. Stop allowing people to be dismissive of your feelings and your emotions. You have every right to be sad. You have every right to be angry. I just don't want you to lay in it. I just don't want you to get deep down in that dark space and then we can't get you out of it. And then you feel the only way to end it is to do just that. But I don't want you to go. Anybody that's struggling, I don't want you to go. I want you to stay. Y'all about to make me cry. But I want you to stay. You're needed here. You understand? You're wanted here. I see you. You're not struggling by yourself. You're not alone. You got me. If you need me to clear a space where you just want to talk, hit me up, send me a message, and let's make it happen. Because again, and I say this every live, I would rather sit and listen to you talk to me than for somebody to call me and tell me that you're gone. Hey, sus. Hey, boo man. But I would rather that happen. I would rather talk you through it than to sit and have to plan services for you. I would rather that happen. I don't want you to sit by yourself. Come on over here. Come sit next to me. Come here, I'm going to give you a hug. You need me to cry with you? Let's cry together. What do you need me to do? Because I know somebody's struggling right now. And that's, because I know what depression feels like. I know exactly what it feels like. Y'all give me every episode. Every episode. I never can get to an episode and I'm not crying. But I want you to know that I love you and that I see you and that I'm rooting for you. And that life, it does get easier. I know it's rough. I know, right? I know there are some days you wake up and you're like, how am I going to get through the day? You got it. I just need you to hold on. I don't want you to go. Y'all get me every episode. Every episode, y'all get me. But I do. But just know I see your pain. I see you struggling. I want you to know it doesn't last always. I want you to remember when you decide to make that decision that you think about the people you're leaving behind. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about who you will be leaving if you decide to say, you know what, I'm out of here. But I don't want you to go. Prematurely, I don't want you to go. I want you to stay. Let's go take these girls' trips, y'all. Let's get out. Let's enjoy life. Because you only get one. And when life is over, you don't get do-overs. There's no remakes. There's no, well, let me rewind and let me go back. You don't have that. So I encourage and I'm pleading out to somebody. Hold on. Just hold on a little bit longer. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. But I promise you have so much that you're needed on this side. You have so much. You have a gift. Oh, y'all get me every episode. Every episode I get on here and I'm always crying. But when it comes to mental health, I got to stand up for us. And like I say, particularly in the Black community, because we don't talk about this. We would rather get on these platforms and talk about reality TV. We would rather get on here and talk about what goes on in these celebrity lives. But you got real people out here, real human people that are not celebrities that are struggling. You got people out here that are holding on for dear life. You got people out here that, again, they can't even tell nobody. They can't talk to nobody because y'all talk too much. They want to come and they want to tell you what's going on with them, but they can't because y'all love to run and tell everybody's business. Being silent is what gets people in the situations when they feel like they don't have nobody. So at what point do we say, you know what? Let me check on my friend. Let me make sure she's good. When do we get to do that? Instead of gossiping and telling everybody business, try being there for somebody. Because the first thing you're going to see is if something happens to that person, oh man, I really wish they would have reached out. They tried to reach out and they couldn't. They couldn't reach out because you couldn't wait. Because let me say this, a listening ear can sometimes become a running mouth. If a person comes to you and says, hey, Ash, man, I'm going through it. Okay, let's talk. What can I do to help you? That's going to be the first thing. What's going on, sis? And I'm not going to make the conversation about me because in that moment, it's about the person I'm on the phone with. It's about me being quiet and listening to that person tell me what they have going on. It's a person that's telling me, Ashley, I'm struggling and I don't know what to do. I feel by myself. So it's up to me to step in and say, you know what? Let's do this together. Let's walk this road together. Let's get over this hill together. Because I've been where you are 7 times. I've been exactly where you are. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to sit by myself on my sofa in the dark and pray and ask God to take me. I know what that feels like. Let me tell you, when those people came and got me back on June the 3rd, I came home. When the police officers came and got me June the 2nd, I sat in the back of that police car and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I asked God, if you help me get over this hill, I promise I won't come back down this road again. I sat in front of 6 pill bottles. Do you understand? 6. And I said, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Because I was ready to go. I'm not embarrassed to tell nobody. See, a lot of y'all be ashamed. Oh, girl, I don't want nobody to know. I want you to know that I attempted. I want you to know. Yes, I smile. Yes, I laugh and I joke. But on the inside, y'all, I was drowning. I was overwhelmed. I was overstimulated. And I let life almost take me out of here. I almost let my mental take me out of here. But then I asked God, I said, God, if you get me over this hump, I promise you, God, I won't go back. And I haven't. Because I sat down when I was in that room and I had to think. I would be leaving my babies. I would be leaving my husband. I would be leaving my grandchildren. What would they do without me? But because in that moment, I only thought about me. I was only selfish in that situation. I was only selfish in that moment. Because their feelings didn't matter to me. It didn't matter. Only thing that mattered to me in that moment on June the 2nd was that my pain ended. That was the only thing I was concerned about. I didn't think about anybody else until my son came to my house and told me, I need you. So I'm not only fighting for my children, but I'm fighting for me. I'm fighting to stay in a beautiful mental space. And I want to encourage others. I know you're struggling. I know you are. And if there's anything that I could do, anything, and I'm saying this with a clean, open, genuine heart, reach out to me. Let's talk. What do we need to do? Do you need me to pray for you? Do you need me to send you some affirmations every day? What do we need to do? Do we need to do weekly meetings? What? I got resources for y'all. Anybody that's struggling, anybody that is needing some type of mental health, I got resources and I'm going to post them on my page. I know that's the biggest thing that we hear is the lack of resources in our community when it comes to mental health. I always say that it gets easier to tell the story until I start talking. And then it takes me back to that day. It takes me back to the very first time. It takes me back to the third time. It takes me back to the 5th time. But now I have even more reason to fight. Not just for my children, but for me. I got a purpose here. You got a purpose here. Don't. You have a purpose. And again, I'm going to keep saying, I want you to stay. We got so many things to do. We have a lot to do. We have some places to go. Our destinies have not been fulfilled just yet. God is not ready for us just yet. God says, hold tight, hold tight. I got something bigger for you. I got something greater for you. Now we just pray for patience. And we trust in God. We trust in him because we know what he could do. We know God is a healer. We know God is a giver. God is a man of many things. He's a man of, clarity and never confusion. God always wants to make things clear for you. He always wants to do that. But I also want you to know that you got a friend right here in me. What the song by Toy Story? You got a friend in me. You got one. You struggling? Hit me up. What do we got to do? Tell me what we got to do. What do we need to do for your mental? And I want you to really, truly be happy, not pretend. And I say that because every day gets easier for me. looking back on June the 2nd to now, man, I'm a little lighter. Let me say that. I'm a little lighter. I'm learning how to relax. I'm learning how that if I feel myself allowing those intrusive thoughts, I go outside. I go out of my house. I come out of the space. I go outside and I take in some of the fresh air and I say a small little prayer and then I come back in the house. I read my affirmations every day. And I say that to y'all. You're worthy. You're loved. You're resilient. You're appreciative. And most of all, you're needed. You're needed. Don't throw in the towel just yet. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know it's easier said than done. I know it is. I know you're like, you know what? This girl don't know. She just talking. No, I'm not. Anybody that knows me will tell you. I've sat up on the phone with friends. Or let me say this. With people I thought were friends till 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Just listening. Just listening. I am learning that I can't save everybody. I'm learning that not everybody wants to help. I can push you and I can encourage you and I can tell you to fight and point out what is worth fighting for. But it's up to you if you want to get help, if you want to be helped, if you want to be saved. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Looking at June the 2nd, I don't know what I was thinking. You know what I wasn't thinking in that moment? Because again, all I thought about was I wanted to go. I wanted all the pain to go away. I felt more of a burden than I did a blessing. I felt, you know what? I just still can't get it right with my children. I just still can't get it right with my mom. I just still can't have a better relationship with my sister. So what's the point of me being here? Why stay? But then God tapped me and says, I'm not ready for you just yet. How do you take that? When you're ready to go, but that one person says, no. Because God said, if I wanted you, I would have took you the first time. If I really wanted you, I would have took you the second, the third, the fourth. I would have took you this last time. But I tell y'all, I took 13 pills. I did. I took 13 and laid on my sofa. I had disabled the alarm system so couldn't nobody get in. Oh yeah, I was serious about it. Sent my mother a text, told her to take care of my babies, and that was it. Police come, my son comes, I go to the hospital. I do. I sit in that room and I pray. When I tell y'all I ain't never prayed that hard before in my life, I prayed. And I told God, I apologized. First of all, I apologized. And I told God, I said, if you get me out of this hump, I won't come back this way again. I won't come back this way. I'm still here. God says you need to keep talking, keep telling them. Share your story. Let them know what you've been going through. Let them know what it feels like. Your story could help somebody. Not little old me, is what I said, Not little old me. God says, you will. Somebody's listening to you, somebody's paying attention. And then I started getting messages once I started doing my Mental Mondays. I had someone tell me, thank you. Your message was right on time, is what I was told. I needed to hear this. I'm getting stronger every day. Keep doing these weekly check-ins, Ash. That's all I want to do is make a difference. I just want somebody to say, you know what, Ashley, it's because of you. Your podcast that I stayed. You showed me that life is worth fighting for. I want you to know it is. I want you to know all the people that love you, or the ones that matter, love you. I love you. I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you. I want to see you win. I don't want to see you struggling anymore. I don't want to see you sad. I want to see you really, truly enjoying life. Life is so much worth living. I promise it is. Will we go through the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows? Absolutely. But is life worth living? Absolutely it is. I want you to be able to really, truly enjoy life. Find you a new circle to hang around. And I mean the ones that pour into you. And I say this to my ladies and my fellas, particularly my fellas. I know you Black men are struggling. I know y'all don't get a chance to speak out because you've been told to be strong and not to feel what you need to feel, but that's bull. These episodes just never get easy for me, especially when it comes to me talking about mental health. It never does. Because it just takes me back to those days. It takes me back to what I see up and down my timeline, what's going on in the world. People are losing jobs, people are losing their homes and their cars, and it's taking a extreme toll on their mental. But again, they can't tell nobody because you want to know why? Because people are talking. People love to tell. People love to say, girl, let me tell you what's going on. You have to be kind to people. You have to be mindful because you don't know who's going through what. You don't know how that text message changed that person's day. You don't know how that phone call changed that person's day. If you can post rah-rah foolishness on social media, take that 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds, send a text to somebody and say, hey, girl, I was just thinking about you. I hope you're having a good day. Love you. That could change a whole person's day because you don't know what a person is feeling in that moment. You don't understand if a person is sitting on the side of their bed right now, ready to load up a ping ping or drive their car off. So you don't know that. It takes 15 seconds just to send a text and say, you know what, girl, I was thinking about you. It don't take but a moment. I look at what life has been like for me in the last year. I'm still grieving my father. My daughter lost her father last year. And trying to be in support of her, it's rough. Because I'm right. My daughter is where I was in 2021. So I have to be mentally strong to be able to stand in the storm with my daughter. I have to be mentally strong to stand in the rain for me. I have to be strong for the people that I love on, that I encourage, that I empower. I got to be strong for y'all. I have to be strong for my son. I have to be strong for my baby girl. I can't keep sitting in the dark, because how can y'all see me? So I want y'all to come out of the dark. Come on over here. Come sit next to me. Let me hold your hand and let's talk. What's bothering you, sis? What's bothering you, bro? Hey, Edith. Hey, Miss Trinae. Where do we go from here? Let's work on tomorrow. Let's work on getting through today so you could be better tomorrow. Let's work on tomorrow so you could be better for the next day. Every day is a process. I want you to know that your mental health, you don't get better overnight, because the pain and the trauma didn't come overnight. So it's going to take you a while to undo the trauma. It's going to take you a while to undo the grief, the depression, the anxiety. It don't go away overnight, but you got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be willing to say, you know what? I want to be better. You got to want that. I could want it all day for you, but you got to want it. You got to say, you know what? I want to be better. I don't want to be sad anymore. I don't want to sit in the dark anymore. We have to stop allowing depression and anxiety to come and rob us of our peace. We have to stop letting depression and anxiety rob us of our happiness. You understand? We allow this. But at what point do we say, you know what? Depression, you can't stay here with me. Anxiety, you got to go. What part of that? When do we say that? When do we say, you know what? Enough is enough. I can't keep living like this no more. You know, I can tell you, when I was going through my depressive states, weight up and down, hair falling out, I'm not able to sleep. I'm eating everything and still trying to stay sane. I'm dealing with a job that is not conducive to my mental, but they don't care. They just want you to show up. Trying to show up for people that I would walk in the rain for, but wouldn't walk in sprinkles for me. So having to cut people off and having to distance myself, or what's the word, self-isolate, I'm going to do whatever it is I got to do to protect my peace, because I only get one life, and I'm not going to let nobody take that from me. I've already allowed depression to live in my home. I've already allowed the anxiety to stay in my home. At what point do I put an eviction notice on that? At what point do I say, you know what? You can't stay here no more. June 3rd, when I walked out of that hospital, I said, you know what? Depression, you got to go. Anxiety, you're going to have to go with it. Because I'm tired of the up and down, my weight up and down, my hair falling out, not able to sleep, not able to really eat. When I am eating, I'm overeating. And then I really truly got into my Bible. I really got into my therapy. You know, my therapist told me, I was talking to her week before last, and we were talking about emotions. And she told me, she said, you've got to feel what you need right then. And I didn't understand that. So let me be clear, y'all. I did not understand what she meant when she said, you've got to feel what you need to feel right then. You've got to feel it right then. You can't feel it tomorrow. You can't feel it 2 weeks from then, because the feeling then will have already passed. So you got to feel it right now. You got to stand up here and you got to say, you know what? Ashley, I'm angry today. Ashley, I'm sad today. And be sad and then let it go. But like I told my therapist, hey, Quinn, I don't know how to do that. She said, you try. She said, if you're upset about something, if somebody did something to you today, you be upset about it today. Do not wait until Thursday to be upset about something that happened on Tuesday. Feel it right then and there. So cool. If you do something to me on Monday, I'm going to address it with you on Monday, because guess what? On Tuesday, I don't want to talk about it because Monday is already gone. Hey, girl. So, yeah, I don't want to talk about what happened on Wednesday. Let's be able to have a real healthy conversation. And then I can address and say, you know what? This is what you did to me. You said this to me. You said that to me. And I didn't like it. This is how it made me feel. Have a healthy conversation and then go past it. Don't go back and bring it up on Wednesday, especially if you say, you know what? I'm good. What, excuse me. Absolutely. Quinn says, I like that. Address it at a time in a healthy way. Absolutely. Give it a moment. Think about it and say, you know what? This is what you did, and I didn't like that. Address it on Monday. Don't go back to that person on Wednesday and say, and let me tell you what you did to me on Monday, because they're going to say, well, why didn't you address it on Monday? Because when you hold stuff in, that stuff starts to take a toll on your mental. And then it just builds and builds and builds and builds and builds. And then before you know it, you're lashing out on the person that didn't even inflict the pain on you. Go directly to the person that you have the issue with. That's who you address. Like I said, I had to go no contact with my mother. As bad as that hurt for me right now in this climate, I'm still not ready to talk to her. Because the emotions, and somebody asked, they say, well, why not? I say, because the emotions are still too raw for me. The emotions are still high for me, because I know when I go in and I have a conversation with my mother, I need to be in a complete safe mental space. Because if I go and I talk to her now, I'm gonna overreact, I'm gonna get very emotional, and I'm not gonna be able to say what I need to say and get it out and put it on the table. So I'm not putting a timestamp on when it's gonna happen, but just know I will eventually have that conversation with my mother, because I want her to know the things that you've done to me. I want you to know how you trigger me. I want you to know and understand that no, I may not have been the best person, but you weren't always the best mother. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, how could you say that? Just like I did. Because I'm being open and honest with how I feel in the moment. I'm being open and honest with letting y'all know my mother's a trigger for me. My mother is dangerous to my mental. I love her. Let me get that. Let me clarify that. I love the heck out of my mother. I absolutely do. But she's dangerous to my mental. My mother's a trigger for me. So until I'm able to get over those triggers with her, I have to take a step back. And it's okay for me to self-isolate. It's okay for me to say, you know what? I'm going to protect my peace at all costs. My therapist gave me the green light and said, Ashley, you keep doing what it is that you do to protect your mental. And that's what I'm doing. So if that means self-isolating and separating myself from family or people that mean me no good, I'm going to continue to do so. Because if I don't, I'm going to be right back where I was on June the 2nd. And I'm not trying to go back to where I was June the 2nd. Because June the 2nd is a day that I will never forget. June the 2nd was a day, the 7th attempt, do you understand? The 7th on June the 2nd, 2025. Absolutely, Quinn. I have to protect my mental. Because me being silent, me not being open, me not being able to tell you, what's going on with me, got me in the situations that I've been in. I'm crying for help, I'm screaming for help, but no, I feel like can't nobody hear me. So this is why I do spaces like this, because I want y'all to know, you come in this space, you can talk about any and everything, and I promise you, it's a safe space. And I know that's what a lot of us need. We need safe spaces where we can actually sit down and really talk and say, you know what, girl, this is what's been going on. Or man, bro, this is what's been going on. We deserve that. We've been traumatized our entire lives, and now it's time for us to break free. Now it's time for us to relinquish those restraints that we built and put on ourselves. I don't want to be in a self-made prison anymore. I don't want to be restrained anymore. I don't want to be chained down anymore. I want to be free. And when I say free, I want to be free mentally. That's how I want to be. I want to be free mentally. I want to be free of those restraints. I want to be able to look back 6 months from now and say, man, look at how far I've come. I want to go back in a year from now and say, man, look at where I was June 2nd and look at where I am today. I'm no longer in the dark. I'm in the light now. I'm no longer hurting, but I'm healing. You understand? I'm no longer existing, but I'm living. if that makes sense. You understand? I'm living now. I'm not existing. I'm living. Because now I know my purpose. I really, truly know my purpose. My purpose is to get and do exactly what I'm doing right now. And that's to encourage somebody. That's to pour into somebody. That's to uplift somebody. Because again, I know you're struggling. I know there are people out here right now that are struggling. I see you. The ones that are struggling, baby, I've seen your posts. And I come and I reach out to you and I just let you know that I love you. Excuse me, that I'm rooting for you, that I'm praying for you. And I want you to know, baby, you're needed here. We don't want you to go. We don't want you to leave us. We want you to stay right here with us. We want you to hang out with us for a little while. Again, I know it's easier said than done. I know it's easy that I sit up here and I say, oh, you got to stay out of the dark. I know what that feels like. I've sat in it. I've sat in it. I've been in it alone, by myself, not wanting to do anything, laying in the bed some days, not taking a bath, not washing my face, not brushing my teeth. That's what depression does to you. Depression doesn't look like you sad all the time. Depression looks like someone that's laughing, happy, and joking, but drowning on the inside. So I challenge you, take care of your mental, baby. I have resources, and I'm going to post them on my page. I have resources, mental health resources for the African American community. If you are struggling, I will post these links on my page. I want you to please take care of your mental because you're needed on this side. We want you, baby. You may not feel like it, but you're needed somewhere. Somebody needs you here. Somebody wants you here. Somebody's willing to stand in the rain with you and get wet with you. Somebody's willing to go through the storm with you. And that somebody is me. A lot of people don't understand. I don't get up here and I don't do this for clout. I don't do this to get paid. I do this because it's imperative, because it's wanted. It's warranted. I'm so sorry. Let me correct myself. It's warranted. Because when are we going to say enough is enough? When are we going to let go of that trauma? When are we going to let go of the past and proceed and move forward so we can be healthy? Not for them, but for us. At what point do we forgive the ones that hurt us and relinquish and take our power back so we can heal? Some of y'all not ready to do that. And I understand and I respect it. But just know you got a friend right over here. You want to talk, send me a message. And let's talk. Tell me what I could do. How can I help you? How can I keep you from going down the same road I just came down? How? Tell me. Like I said, I don't do this for clout. I do this because I really truly want to make a difference. I do this because I really truly want to help somebody. I do this because I really truly want people to heal. I really truly want us to stay here. I don't want to see people sitting in the dark anymore. I don't want to see people struggling anymore. That's all I want. Hey, Kim. Hey, Carter, 973. Hey, Miss Tucker. But that's what I want. That's what I want. I want y'all to win. I want y'all to heal. I want y'all to be in a beautiful space. I want you to be able to get out and enjoy the sunshine. I want you to be able to get out and enjoy life. I want you to be able to get out and enjoy your circle of friends. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. I want you to come out of the dark, baby. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I do. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. I want you to tell me that your life is worth fighting for. I want you to say the people in your life that mean the most to you are worth fighting for. It's worth salvaging your mental. Like I say, I only speak on this from experience. I speak on this because I've been in those dark spaces. You can go back and you can watch any of my videos. And I talk about my mental health. I talk about how I struggle. I talk about how my daughter has struggled. You understand? I see that. I see that. I see how I fight. And I see how victorious I'm becoming every day. I see how God allows me to walk with one foot in front of the other. I see that. And I feel that. I feel the love. You understand? I feel the reciprocity from the love that I pour out to people, that I'm getting it in return. I see that and I feel that. You know, I look back and I was like, dang, I didn't realize that people were really truly listening to me. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that by me talking and sharing my story and my mental health experiences would potentially help somebody. I didn't even know. I just said, you know what? I want to start doing Mental Mondays. I don't see this. Hey, Bookie. Hey, baby girl. But I don't see spaces like this. So I say, you know what? I got to get up here and I got to do this. I got to be the voice. I got to talk to somebody. Even if I just help one person. One person. If I help more than one person, cool. I'm good. If I do, then I've served my purpose. I've done exactly what God has commissioned me to do. And God says, you keep using your platform. Somebody's paying attention to you, Ash. Somebody's listening to you. So here we are. And we do this every Monday. Every Monday. Our mental health check-ins. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, y'all, tap the screen. Tap the screen. Y'all don't forget, share the live. Bring your peoples in here. Let them know. Okay, here we go. All right. There we go. All right, sis. I got you. I just added you as the moderator. There you go, sis. But I do this every Monday. It's almost so let me say this. It's like we're just getting together. We're sitting down and we're just talking every day. I want to know how your day was going. You're welcome, sis. I want to know how your day was today. How are you feeling today on Monday? How have you been feeling this week? How have you been feeling this month? You know, how do you... All right, so everybody that's tuned in, please, please, please share the live. Don't forget to tap the screen, y'all. Get them over here. We are doing our weekly mental health check-ins. And y'all, welcome back. Welcome back. It's your girl, Ash. I'm bringing y'all another episode of Black Girl Interrupted podcast. Tonight, we are doing our Mental Mondays, baby. This is Mental Mondays with Black Girl Interrupted podcast. Excuse me. And we are doing our weekly check-ins. Every Monday, we are checking in. Every Monday, I need y'all to pull up because I need to know how y'all feeling. I need to know how you're doing. What's going on? Let's talk about it. Again, I know today, y'all, we lost Malcolm Jamal Warner. So hence the blue, because I'm feeling a little blue. My sister says I'm here. She said, I've been typing. She said, but I'm here. It's good to see you, sis. Don't forget to like, share, support, all of that. But I said I want to start doing these on Mondays for Mental Mondays. Once Black Girl Interrupted podcast gets back rolling again, we'll be doing our Wellness Wednesdays. So either Mental Mondays or Wellness Wednesdays, one of the two. Y'all let me know. I like the Mental Mondays. The Wellness Wednesdays are cool, but I really love the Mental Mondays. I really, truly do. I love doing my Mental Mondays because, baby, I can get up here and I talk to y'all and tell y'all what's been going on with me mentally. But for the most part, I will say this. I'm good. Mentally, I'm good. I'm good mentally. Physically. So my sister Tricia says, I'm enjoying Mondays. Absolutely. So we'll stick with the Mental Mondays. Black Girl Interrupted is coming back in full swing. And we are going to have some uncomfortable conversations, baby. I know some people is not going to be ready for them conversations, but my good sis Marie Tag me in a post, and I'm gonna make that conversation happen, sis. Do not worry, I'm gonna make that conversation happen. Um, hmm, I'm gonna make that happen. I promise I am. But I want y'all to know, I'm gonna post again. I have like 3 or 4 pages of links that are resources for mental health, because I know a lot of people don't know where to go. A lot of people don't have anywhere to turn. Um, that's gonna be another live. We're gonna do another live on that one, because I have a therapist, y'all, that's gonna come in um and talk about that, because we're gonna need a therapist on that conversation, because that one is very raw. So back to what I was saying. So the mental Mondays, um, I chose to do this, like I said, because not only is it therapeutic for me, but I know it may potentially be therapeutic or helpful for somebody else. Um, it is good to hear someone else experience, that you've been going through. It's good to hear that. It's good to talk to somebody that can relate to what you've been through. Being a mental health advocate, because I stand and I advocate for it daily. I'm trying not to get emotional. So I'm trying to like think of myself being on a beach somewhere. No, but seriously. But when it comes to mental health, I take it very seriously, because I've lost friends to it. I've come across people that have attempted, me being one of those. But in our community, we don't talk about it enough. We don't stress it enough. Why? I don't know. It's very disheartening to me to know that that is the third leading cause of death in the Black community. I wouldn't wish those intrusive thoughts on anybody. Those intrusive thoughts can take you in many places. Those intrusive thoughts will lead you to be on the other side. So that's why I stress the importance of mental health. Mm. Those intrusive thoughts are exactly what they are, intrusive. But it's up to us. It is up to us to keep those intrusive thoughts from taking over. Those intrusive thoughts, they sound good. They sound so good. And in the moment, they even feel good because you're thinking, until you actually sit down and you do exactly what those thoughts have told you to do. And I did it. I did. Hey, sis, I love you. Okay. Until I did it. I did. And in that moment, I let those intrusive thoughts win. I let them have the best of me. Those thoughts had me believing that that was the only way to go, that was the only way for me to feel better. Would it have really truly made me feel better or hurt the people I would have left behind? Yeah, come on. There you go. Hey, Puddin'. There you go, baby. So in that moment, I wanted those thoughts to win until it really got down to me being in the hospital. And like I say, sitting in that room, it gave me a lot of time to think. It gave me a lot of time to, there you go. It gave me a lot of time to refocus, to reset, and to release. And when I walked out of that hospital, I knew I wasn't going back. I knew I wasn't coming back. I got home. I think I slept for like 2 days, 3 days. I did. Listening to my husband when he said he's afraid to go to work. And I asked him, I said, well, why are you afraid? He said one or two things. He said, I don't want to come home and find you, or I don't want to get a phone call. Thank you. I'm glad I'm still here. And so I said, okay. I listened to what he said. So I laid in the bed for like 2, 3 days. Thank you, Kyler. Thank you, babe. And I had to make a decision. Do I keep fighting for my life? Or do I let those thoughts win? And I had to keep fighting. Not just for my babies, but I had to fight for me. Because I had even more of a reason to live. I did. I had even more. So I'm not just fighting for my children, but I'm fighting for me. And every day, it gets easier. I'm learning to be not only a safe space for my friends, but a safe space for myself. And I can honestly say I'm in the best space mentally. Am I dreading having to go back to work in a couple of weeks? Yeah. Because my job contributes to my mental. But I remind myself every day that I'm bigger than my pain. I remind myself every day my purpose here. I remind myself every day that I'm fighting for me. I remind myself every day that I deserve to be here. I remind myself every day that I deserve to be happy. I remind myself every day that I deserve peace. I deserve that. My heart deserves to be full. I don't want to be sad all day, every day. I don't want those intrusive thoughts to take me out of here. So I'm learning different ways to deal with my depression. I'm learning different ways to deal with my anxiety. Medication is involved. Absolutely it is. And I'm not ashamed to tell nobody. Like I said, you get people up here that are embarrassed and they're ashamed to talk about their past, I'm not ashamed. I'm not embarrassed because let me tell you something. Back then, people used to love, love, love to throw my past in my face. So if I tell you who I am, you can't use it to weaponize it against me later. You can't use it against me later on because I've told you everything about me. I've showed you who I am. I've showed you who I used to be, and I'm showing you who I'm becoming. I'm showing you who I'm growing into be. You understand? And that is a person with a beautiful mental space, with a beautiful realm of peace where my mind is leveled. That's who I'm showing you that I am. I'm showing you that I can survive anything, regardless of what weapons form. God says they shall not prosper. So I take that. I own that. Because guess what? Baby, God has been stepping so big for me. When I allow God to step in and do the work for me, I'm good. I had to step back because God says you were so busy trying to do everything on your own. Now look at you. You're a mess. That's what God told me. He said, you are a mess. You got to trust me. But I keep telling God, I say, but how can I trust you? And all this keeps happening. He say, just because I bring you to a test? No, let me correct that. God says, just because I bring you to a storm does not mean that you are meant to always get wet. And I didn't understand that. Sometimes God tests your faith. Sometimes God will bring you to a situation just to see how much you trust him. And I didn't trust him. Because I was like, God, where have you been all this time? God, how dare you let me feel this and you let me go through that? God said, because you wanted to do it on your own, remember? He said, I tried to step in and help, but you refused my assistance. So I just stood back and I just let you watch. He said, because I knew eventually you would come to me. Eventually I knew you would come ragged, haggard, and worn down. He said, but I've shown you, you don't always have to be that way. You don't always have to be worn down. You don't always have to be raggedy. You don't always have to go into a storm and get wet. You understand? This is what God has told me. Sometimes you just got to be quiet and listen. Because all the while you think God is not there, he's walking right next to you. He's carrying you. A lot of y'all don't understand that when weapons form, it don't mean they got to prosper. You understand? Just because someone sends a letter to you, don't mean you got to open it. You don't have to open everything that's addressed to you. Unless it comes from that one up there. So I want y'all to keep protecting your mental at all costs. Stop letting people disrupt your peace, especially when they add 0 to your life. Have you noticed that we always, always, always let the people that don't add value to our lives be the main ones to drag us down? We're the main ones that we beg to hold on to, and they add no value. So in my mind, now I'm thinking, I said, do I want liabilities or do I want assets? And I want assets. I want people that add value to my life. I want the people in my circle that pour into me. You understand? I want those same people that help me keep my cup full. You understand? I want the ones that give. Not only do they take, but they give at the same time. You understand? I want the reciprocity to be equal. Because I'm tired of pouring into people and then I'm stuck empty. I'm stuck drained. And yes, that includes family. It does. A lot of us want to hold on because that's mom, that's dad, that's sister, that's cousin, that's uncle, that's niece, that's nephew. No, we're going to stop letting people, let me tell you something. We're going to stop holding on to people that cause us to bleed. We're going to stop letting people cut on us. We're going to stop letting people, tear us down. Because that will take a toll on your mental. We're going to stop trying to be accepted by people that we shouldn't even be in a space with. That will affect your mental. Sometimes you got to check the people in your circle, because that could be the reason why you're not getting blessed. So what is one thing we're going to do? I want y'all to drop in the chat. What is one thing you are going to do today to protect your peace? What are you going to do? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm still cleaning out my friends list. The ones that I know don't mean me no good, delete. You got to go. I got to remove you. I got to remove you. Even if that means I got to block you. I don't even want to see you. I don't want to look at you. And don't be creeping from nobody else's page trying to check and see what I'm over here doing. But I do. I'm going to do whatever I can to protect my mental at all costs. I'm going to help you do whatever it can to protect your mental. Like I say, if at any given moment you need a space, hit me up. Hit me up and let's talk. What do we got to do? How can I help you get over that hump? How can I help you maneuver your way in the dark? How can I pull you back into the light? Show me how we do that. Let me know. What is one thing you're going to do this week to protect your mental? What is one thing you want to do this week to protect your mental? What is one thing you want to do to get yourself back flipped up right? I want you to speak positive over yourself. I want you to show yourself in a beautiful light. I want you to know that you're worthy of every gift that God gives to you. I want you to know that you're worthy to be loved, that you are worthy to get everything that is set forth in front of you. So Marie says, I've been isolated. Honestly, it's not the best thing, but I just sometimes need. Let me tell you something. Self-isolation is okay. Let me tell you something, sis. Don't never let anybody tell you that self-isolation is not good, because sometimes you have to remove yourself out of a situation just to look at the situation differently, from a different perspective. You understand? And that's okay. Let them think you acting funny, because I'm gonna tell you this: a real friend is gonna understand that you needed space. A real friend, and they're not gonna question you. A real friend is gonna say, you know what? Let me come over there. Matter of fact, a real friend is going to say, girl, FaceTime me. Let's talk. That's what a real friend is going to do. A real friend is not going to say you're acting funny. She'll say, that's a fact. I've lost a lot of people because it's not beneficial to them. You didn't lose people, baby. You outgrew people. Let me tell you something. God will always clear your garden, whether you ask him to or not. God knows and he sees exactly what it is that you need for your mental. So you didn't lose, because real people can't be lost. So those people that you lost, those were liabilities. Those weren't people that were assets to your life, sis. So don't never feel bad about God removing people out of your life, because they didn't mean you no good. Because see, when I was too busy trying to hold on to those quote unquote friends, when I was trying to hold on to family members that I know didn't mean me no good, it really wasn't a loss. It was a gain for me. Because guess what? I gained a sense of peace. I gained a little part of myself back when God removed those people. So you didn't lose those people, because real people can't be lost. God just removed the ones that don't mean you're no good. That's what he did. Because God sees what it is that you're trying to do. And I pass that message on to everybody. God sees exactly what it is that you're trying to do. God is going to help to keep your mental in check. Even if that means God is pushing people out of the way, because a rose can't bloom in a garden full of weeds. You understand? So those people that we try to hold on to, or the ones that, that you reach out to after, you do your self-isolation and you reset and refocus, Those real friends will still be there for you when you come back. They'll understand. They won't even question why you had to self-isolate. Hey, Mr. Radio, it's good to see you, brother. Hey, Mimi. But yeah, those real friends, they'll be there when you come out. Thank you, brother. That's what they're going to do. They'll be there for you when you come through your storm. A lot of those real friends will walk through that storm with you. And that's what we need in this climate for our mental. We need a safe space. We need a circle of people that really, truly, genuinely love us. We need a group of people that say, hey, come on, sis, get up. Mr. Radio, I definitely am going to be just like you when I grow up. I promise you. Because, baby, I need to be on that Can't Sleep Radio at night with you. I was looking for you, too, and I ain't see you. But I'm glad you're here tonight. Let me know if you're going live, because I need to be, man, that insomnia be killing me. But God will create a circle of people that are good for you. You just have to trust them. See, the thing about it, we're always trying to do things on our own. See, I wasn't on last week. I had to trying to get everything ready. I'm going back to school, so I'm trying to get everything ready for school. So I've kind of had to scale back on social media for just a moment. But I'm back in full swing. I got everything situated. But God will put you around people that are conducive to your mental. God will place people around you that can help you, that are there to come and elevate you, to empower you, to uplift you, to encourage you. That's what God will do for your mental. But now that God is done, you got to do the work too. You got to want your peace to be protected. You got to want to be in a beautiful space mentally. You got to want that. And I want it. I don't want to be sad no more. I mean, let me tell y'all. It takes more energy to be sad than it does to be happy. And I say that because when I get in those depressive states, I don't want to get out of the bed. I don't want to wash my face. I don't want to brush my teeth. I don't want to take a bath. I don't want to eat. I just want to lay. I just want to lay. But that one safe person or your safe space is going to come through and they're going to say, get up. Come on, get up, girl. Come on, let's go take a bath. Let's wash your face. Let's brush your teeth. Let's put you some clothes on. Let's get out of this house. That's what they were like. My brother said I was like that for a couple of days last week. What happened, brother? Because I don't want you to be like that. Because let me tell you, that is the the third leading cause in the community for Black men. And this is another reason why. And this is another reason. There we go. And this is another reason why it's imperative to hold spaces like this. It's absolutely imperative that we hold spaces like this, that we have these conversations. Because like I said, if we could get up here and we could share trash and garbage, then we can have a platform and a safe space where we get in here and we encourage somebody, where we pour into somebody, where we love on somebody. He say he just listening, sis. But it's imperative that we have these spaces. So I'm going to keep having these spaces like this. I'm going to keep doing my Mental Mondays. Because you know why? Somebody messaged me and told me, keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do. And I'm going to keep doing just that. I'm going to keep sharing my story. I'm going to keep pouring into somebody. I'm going to keep uplifting somebody because you know what? I want you here. I need you here. And I don't want you to feel like you by yourself. I want you to know it's okay to not be okay some days. Just when you get down, I don't want you to lay in it. I don't want you to lay down in that pain for too long. I don't want you to lay in that depression for too long. I don't want you to lay in the anxiety for too long. I don't want you to lay alone. I want you to get up. Come on, sit next to me. Let's talk. Give me a hug. And just release. And let it go. Let it go. Let that pain go. Because that pain will take you right on up out of here if you give in to it. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to give in to the temptation. We're not going to give depression what it wants. We're not going to give anxiety what it wants. We're not giving it what it wants anymore. We're going to stop feeding that. We're going to stop pretending that we're okay when we're not okay. You don't have to pretend. If you're not okay, say you're not okay. I want you to feel that. You're not okay? All right, what can we do to get you okay? What can we do? What can we do? Y'all let me know. But on that note, hold tight, everybody. On that note, I just want to say I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I love the way. Absolutely. Mr. Radio says I'm going the sacrificial lamb road. I'm living for my kids from now on. I made it to 53. I'm good. Baby, yes. But I also want you to live for you too, brother. I want you to keep living for you. We living for our babies, but we got to live for us too. I know you made it to 53, but I still need you to keep living and fighting for you. I promise. Hold tight. But everybody over here on Facebook and YouTube, I just want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Black Girl Interrupted Podcast. Thank y'all for tapping in for Mental Mondays. Don't forget, every Monday, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be doing our weekly check-ins. I need to know how you're feeling. You got to let me know. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget, I will post the resources on my page. I will also post the other resources on my TikTok. I love you too, sis. You know I love you too, babe. But yes. So I love you guys, and I will see y'all next Monday. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you want to catch up on any of the past episodes of Black Girl Interrupted. I'm on YouTube. I'm on all streaming platforms. Put in Black Girl Interrupted Podcast, and baby, you're going to see me. On that note, I love y'all. Love, love, love. And I will see y'all